It's like the Hobbit people in Indonesia. There was a race of hobbitses.
No man, they would have just been like people with dwarfism.
No, they were hobbitses.
Fucking no, they weren't fucking hobbitses.
They were hobbitses.
They weren't, man. They weren't.
Hobbitses.
They would have been.
They were hobbitses, I'm telling you.
No, they weren't.
They were. Look it up. They were hobbitses.
They fucking weren't. They fucking weren't.
They lived in little hobbitses' houses.
You have gone on far too many conspiracy pathways.
Go
on and get your fucking Google up because you're full of shit.
Half baked, half broken, nothing serious, we're only joking. Half wired and not quite coping, life's a laugh, no words unspoken. Half baked, half broken, nothing serious, we're only joking. Half wired and not quite coping, life's a laugh, no words unspoken.
All right.
I'm good. You all right?
Aye, I suppose.
I know you've had a hard week. It's been a funny old week, isn't it?
It's a funny old life anyway, isn't it? So.
No. I mean, we did see that the last 2 podcasts had been a wee bit tame, and we needed challenged.
We were due some content for the pod.
We had 2 weeks
of dry.
I couldn't quite say it was bliss, but we had 2 weeks of pretty even sailing, and then boom, smack a bitch right in the face.
Right.
How or right in the eye. How gives a tea.
Fuck you been smoking? Jesus Christ. You know.
Listen, I am on the verge of insanity. It's been coming, but you have pushed me to my limit.
Right, well. Do you not want to speak to them first? I know you've got a message to.
I have got a wee message. I've got a wee message. Alexa, play Half Baked and Half Broken podcast. No, that wasn't the message. The message was because it's going to make everybody's Alexas go off if they're watching.
Oh, what? Yeah, but that's if they're sitting watching on their telly. Most people.
No, but even if they're watching on their phone or they're watching at home, it will play the podcast. Because if they're watching on a clip, their Alexas are going to go off at home and it's going to play the podcast.
Maybe.
See?
I don't know if that'll work.
However,
I would watch with my headphones.
Not everybody's you, Luddy.
Right, okay, fine. Fuck off.
So, rather than asking at the end of the pod, I just wanted to ask everybody, if you're enjoying the pod, please can you leave a review on whatever it is you're watching or listening on. Just leave us a 5-star review, or leave 5 stars and write a review. That would be so beneficial to us to get, some extra engagement, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or any of the listening podcasts, Apple, anything like that. I would really, really appreciate it, and it would help us so much. Yeah, I'm done.
Finished?
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Right, so I need the tea.
Well, I don't know. Some shite going on with me fucking eyeball. So I went to hospital. But I think that's not the concern, to be perfectly honest.
The concern is there's not a bit of you, as we would say in Scotland, there's not a bit of you hanging the right road.
I don't care about that.
Oh.
What I care about is being able to go places in public and not feel like I'm going to get knocked out for no fucking reason. Because my mum and grandmother decide to just sit there and fucking insult every person that walks into that fucking eye casualty.
Do not tar me with that brush.
So any person that walked in, Nana was like, "Hey, well, would you look at him? Hey,
I'm trying to.
What number are you? What number are you?" And I was like, "Fucking hell! All right." For the first one. And then 10 people in, I thought, fuck me, I'm gonna get chinned. And yeah, they're all looking at me like I've brought her.
You were the only person of colour in the waiting
I know. And I brought a fucking crazy lady and a giggling fucking sidekick, right?
Oh, but she's a gift. She is the gift that keeps on giving.
She just started talking about the most mental things as well. At 1 minute, I'm sure she started going on about a political rant about something, and people were looking over at her, and I was just trying my fucking best to sink into the fucking chair.
I don't subscribe to what she's putting down, but I feel like I have to engage to try and turn the conversation around because it's embarrassing. But so
in them moments you need to just be like, shh, shut up.
No, because then she would talk around. She would talk louder. But that guy walked in with a Lacoste hoodie on. Did you hear her?
Yeah.
And she went, "What the hell's that in the back of his top?"
Yeah, I know.
What's it? A crocodile? What the
Not only
hell?
did a guy walk in with a Lacoste
I said,
fucking
"Man,
top
that's
on,
designer."
he looked like he would potentially fucking stab you for saying the wrong thing to him.
Absolutely. And I'm going, no, Mum, it's lovely. It's designer. That's a lovely hoodie, that. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have worn it myself, but I had to try and diffuse the situation. And then you went in. You went in and you were taking ages in, and I thought, oh God, I hope everything's all right. So I moved round to in front of the door.
There. Jesus God.
I moved in front of the door next to the reception bit, and Nana had come and stood with me. And I kept saying to Nana, you go and sit down, or sit out there, Mum, it'll be fine. You sit out there and I'll wait here. And a blind woman and her daughter came in and sat in the seats in front of us, right?
Sake, I know what's coming.
And she got called up to reception, and the daughter said to the mother, "No, Mum, it's fine, I'll book you in. You just sit there." But the woman had already got up at her seat, and Nana just made a beeline and sat in the seat. And the woman turned round to sit back in the seat, and the lass went, "No, Mum, you can't sit back down." And I thought, God, she's an assassin. She just went and took the seat from a blind woman.
Give a shit. She couldn't give a shit.
It's not that she couldn't give a shit. I think she didn't. She's oblivious to what goes on around about her.
She's in her own fucking universe. She couldn't give a shit about anyone else's world.
And I'm sitting there, and at that point, I'm like, oh, look over there to myself. Look over there.
Honestly, well, let me tell you, like, it's the last time I take you two out anywhere together.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
You're
a walking spectacle.
Well,
everywhere you go.
Am I though?
Well, everyone who's together in that fucking group is.
Do you remember when I was in hospital and I was telling you about the entertainment that was the two convicts?
Yeah.
We were the entertainment.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like being the fucking source of entertainment.
I don't like being the source of entertainment.
I don't mind being the guy that watches other people.
I know, but we'd been there 9 hours. By the end of it, I just thought,
I don't care.
Let's entertain
This was
people.
happening in the first fucking few minutes.
I know.
That guy opposite is with his ticket. She kept looking at me going, "Where's your ticket? Where's your ticket?" And I was like, "I've got my fucking ticket here, man. It's here. Look, number 66. And she was going, "Aye, 66. I wonder what his ticket is. What's his ticket?" She was so fucking fascinated with everyone else's ticket. She was fucking prying into everyone's business. Hey, I wonder what he's in for. Oh, have you seen her eye? Oh God. And I'm like,
she goes, "The amount of folk that are in here with styes in their eye. Back in my day, if you had a sty," she says, "I used to have a sty in the top and a sty in the bottom, and you just had to get on with it."
And then she would go, 5 minutes later, she'd go, "It's shocking the amount of sick people there." And I'd be like, "You just fucking slagging them off fucking 5 minutes ago."
Oh, she's a gift, God love her.
Yeah.
A gift. A gift that you may not want to accompany to hospital again.
No way. I'm not fucking going anywhere with yous. Because you're just sitting alongside fucking cracking up, right? She's fucking 75 and you're in a wheelchair. Who do you think's getting fucking gigged?
Completely ruined your street cred.
It's not even my street cred. I was worried about getting assaulted.
I'd run the mower for you, son. It's all good.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was the escapades. I wasn't even bothered about my eye by the end of it. I was just like, get the fuck out of here.
Get me out of here. And then she pulled an X-ray.
Who did?
Nana, aye. And she kept coming up to me. And she's turning to me like the guy couldn't hear her. And she's going, he'll not leave us alone. Can I get away from him? He'll not leave us alone. And I'm like, mum. And then we went round the corner. And she went, look, he's coming. I can hear him. He's coming. I was like, mother.
Oh, I remember that actually, yeah. I remember that.
Oh, which reminds me. I feel like we have to have a section as and when it comes up from time to time. And I feel like it has to be called the Crip Rant. And I'll tell you why. Something you pointed out to me at the hospital.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Well,
no wheelchairs and scooters in the waiting room. You have to wait outside.
Get
the actual hell?
Well, do you see the size of the waiting room though?
But I was there the week before for a chest x-ray. I'm ranting.
Unfortunately, I mean, rules are rules.
Well,
we don't
I
make
blew those rules out the water because I didn't bloody listen, and I got in everybody's way. I blocked up the way.
And that is exactly why the rules are in place.
Walk, bitch! Walk!
No, the reason why the rules are in place is because when the fucking wheelchairs are in that tiny waiting room, they block up all the fucking walkways and gangways, don't they?
Well, we went downstairs, and you know the hospital wheelchairs?
Yeah.
And they park them all along the wall, and there's a bit where the wheelchairs that have been used have to go, and it says wheelchair wash.
Yeah.
And Nana says, sit over there and I'll take your wheelchair over and then wash your wheelchair for you. It's like, what? However, I digress. I have another issue. I went to get the car washed at a car wash that has self-service petrol machines, so you can pay at the pump. Absolutely inspired idea for cripples like me, that I can just get out, pay, fill up and get back in the car. Wonderful. I know it's convenient for able-bodied people, but a wonderful idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, filled the car up with petrol, drives round to the car wash, gets in the queue for the car wash. Oh, you only have to go back into the garage, get a ticket because you can't pay self-service at the car wash, but you're already in the goddamn queue of cars behind you, so you can't get out. You've got to keep going, and you can't use the car wash. So I waited in the queue, and then just had to drive on through. How is that okay?
Yeah, well, listen, the system's flawed. We all know it, but rules are rules. And they're in place for a reason. It's for our protection.
Fire protection?
No, it's for our protection.
Oh, I think you said fire protection.
No.
I was going to say, how much water is present in a car wash? It's ridiculous.
It's for our protection. You don't know what's happening. You should have just went and got your ticket. You should have took Nana. She would have been checking everyone else's fucking ticket.
Get the wheelchair out. Can you imagine the faces and all the folk that would be behind me in the queue if I stopped to get my wheelchair out when I was in the queue?
I mean, I know, but you would have had prime fucking thingy for nobody to say shit to you, though.
It's just...
Because all you would have had to do was like, what, you're discriminating against me disability, like? And they would have been like, no, of course not. On you go.
There's days where I just take it all in my stride, metaphorically. But there's other days where you just think, it's not that hard.
No, I do
Sort
agree.
your shit out.
I think Morrison's car wash system is a bit flawed.
Especially when then you use the Hoover, and the Hoover...
The fucking Hoover
it
shite.
Just sprays dirt out, it doesn't suck it in.
The Hoover's absolutely shite. And there's no point in it. You spend £3 for 2 fucking minutes and...
The car's dirtier than when you started?
It's fucking pointless. Absolute waste of time.
Well.
So we're not having to make that mistake again.
No. So we need to find a car wash that you can pay at the
I think you just got to take it to the valet now, you know.
Oh, can it be arsed with that?
It's easier. You don't have to do anything. You just got to get out.
Don't want to get out.
Well,
I just want to go through a car wash. It's not that deep.
yeah, but a valet's so much better. Clean the inside too.
You know what I'm remembering? Nana with her Ackley school.
Ackley School. I'm watching Ackley School. I mean, she's going through a fucking phase at the minute. Like, she started off with Smallville.
Yeah.
Now she's watching fucking Ackley Bridge, calling it Ackley
Ackley
School.
School.
It's so
I'm
fucking
really
raw.
enjoying it. So what is it, Mum? Oh, Ackley school. And I'm thinking, I've not heard of that. I've not seen that. And then it wasn't until you were there.
Because when
And
she
you
said it,
went-
Ackley School, I was like, Ackley fucking School? What the fuck is Ackley
That
School?
was the point where we lost it. I'm not coming out with you again. I'm not coming out with you again. You just laugh at me all the time. Well, that made it even worse. The woman next to us, you know, people trying to not make eye contact with us.
By that point, my fucking...
We
were already
must-
ruined by then, so
We
who cares?
must have looked like an absolute Addams Family reject.
That's what I mean. We shouldn't fucking go
Go out in
anywhere.
public together.
No, it shouldn't be done. It's for everyone's own protection. Don't know what's going to be said.
And the fact that no matter what gets said, I just
Yeah.
laugh.
There's no fucking recourse either. It's like, nothing is out of bounds. She will say anything to anyone.
Oh God. I feel like we need to show that advert, the one that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago.
Do you know what's funny? You should talk about adverts, right? I seen this really cool advert from Pepsi, and it was from years and years ago, during the Pepsi Coca-Cola war. You know, when they were like proper
Yeah.
vying with each other. Coca-Cola had won that year in terms of like sales and overall everything. So Pepsi put out an advert where there's this little Brazilian kid, and there's a vending machine in this like slum, just chilling randomly in this slum. The kid walks over and he puts his money in and presses a Coke. Coke comes out and he puts it on the floor, presses it in again, gets another Coke, puts it down again next to it, and then stands on the Cokes, puts his money in a third time and hits the Pepsi. If the Pepsi's too high up for him to press it, he gets the one can of Pepsi off and walks off, leaving 2 Cokes. And I thought that's good. That's good advertising right there. Like that.
Do you think they paid for it together?
Nah, definitely not. That was Pepsi trying to get one up on Coke, and they did it. They did it phenomenally. It
I
was
know, but
great.
they still advertised Coke.
They did, but not even in the same way, because you didn't ever see Coca-Cola. It was just the red can. You knew it was
Oh,
Coke,
right.
but it was just, you never seen the words Coca-Cola until the kid stepped onto these 2 cans of Coke. Then you seen the Pepsi button.
Yeah.
He hits the Pepsi button and the can of Pepsi
love that.
and comes out. And then you just see him walking off. It zooms back, and you see the kid walking off holding this can of Pepsi and the 2 little cans of Coke by himself. But you don't ever see the label. It's just a red can. It was good. But I watched it and I thought, that's like elite marketing. That
100%. There's so much thought went into that. It's very, very rare you get adverts that are as clever as that.
Yeah, very smart.
I mean, not that I would know, because I don't think I've ever watched an advert for about 10 years.
Well, it was because it popped up on TikTok. It wasn't like I was watching telly, but it was like somebody who else must have thought, yeah, that's a class advert, had like clipped it and put like a little caption at the top, who remembers this advert from back in the Pepsi and Coke wars.
Amazing.
But yeah, and then I also seen this other thing which got me thinking, sent us down a bit of a rabbit hole, to be honest. So apparently in 2019 they were trying to recreate Apollo 10, was it, where they did the orbit of the moon and then came straight back. They didn't land, they just did the orbit and came back.
Yeah, all of the Apollo missions did that.
Right, well, they were trying,
except Apollo 13, because it broke.
They were trying to replicate that. and the launch date was set for 2019. They had the pilot, they had everything. They released all these schematics and things about the new missile they were building and all that shite.
Missile?
Not missile, like, you know,
rocket.
Fucking rocket, yeah.
I was going to say.
They're blowing up the moon. So, anyway, they delayed it and delayed it and delayed it and delayed it. And it came out now that what they've built, it's just shit. It's just breaking apart and that, and like doesn't even work. So like they try to launch it and fucking bits started falling off and important components were.
Well, that's how all those astronauts were killed when I was a kid.
Well, so basically, what I can't understand is when we've got technology that we've got now, how is it that we can't do what we did in the 70s?
Well, far be it from me to be a conspiracy theorist.
No, but I don't want to go down the whole conspiracy element.
Why drive round the moon when we've already landed on it how many times?
We haven't though. We've landed on it, what, once?
No, I think we've done it more than once.
Who's done it? Russia, China and the US. That's it?
Neil Armstrong, Buzz Lightyear. No.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin.
You've been watching too much fucking
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
They
were US.
They are supposed to have walked on the moon.
But I'm sure the Russians did it first, didn't they?
No.
I'm sure they did.
The space race. No, they were first to space when they put the dog up, and then they put the monkey up, and then they put Yuri Gagarin up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then.
But listen.
America was supposed to have landed on the moon. However.
Right. Okay. I don't want to get into that whole conspiracy of the fake moon landing, right? Because
they did a fake moon landing that they recorded in the studio. They've admitted to that now, just in case they weren't able to land, so that they could troll the Russians. So we know that there was footage.
But listen.
Filmed in a film set.
I find it very difficult to believe that we can't. Something that was done in the 70s. As grand as landing on the moon, how the fuck can't you do that again now? You've got fucking bullet trains travelling 300 miles an hour, fucking airplanes that can travel at the speed of sound. Yeah, what the fuck are we doing here? This isn't. I'm not a scientist. I'm not even. I've got no expertise in that realm at all. But just logic tells me that something's fishy.
So the fishier element for me is if we've already landed people, let's say for example that you take in what they've said, hook, line and sinker, and I have to make my point clear. You know, I believe nothing, right? I don't believe, I don't disbelieve. I'm open to everything. And I used to truly believe that we'd landed on the moon. Now, I don't believe it, I don't disbelieve it. So I've got no skin in the game. I couldn't give a monkeys, to be perfectly honest. However, let's say we have landed on the moon. What's the point when we have so much technology where a rover or a robot or all of this stuff could be done by a machine, by AI, by a robot, and do it more efficiently and better than a human could do it?
No, because you're taking away from that human experience though, right?
So all of that, hundreds and hundreds of millions of pounds is being spent for some sucker to have a human experience on the moon.
No, but you need to understand if it's physically sustainable for a human to go through that process, so that if you would in the future you could terraform Mars.
Terraform Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to bite my tongue because
maybe not specifically Mars, but maybe another planet.
All I'm saying is if you send a robot,
you don't know that a human can go through that same process that a robot's gone through.
Yeah, but you would, because of the data. Yeah, 100% you would.
You wouldn't. It's just data. Data could be wrong.
No. The data is absolutely not wrong.
The data could be wrong.
With all of the machines, so your barometers and your your speedometers and all of the things that we know humans can endure, as long as the machines that you send up there fall or have readings all within the human limits, we're grand.
Listen, if you
I'm telling you, I think it's a crock of
if you chucked
shit.
a robot, right, through a black hole and said to me, it survived, right? Listen, and then...
By its very nature, it wouldn't, though. It would be ripped apart before it even got through the black hole.
Okay, but let's say it did, okay? When you told me that it did, I wouldn't be believing that unless I've seen some solid fact.
That is...
Like another human that went through and survived.
I've just went through the conditioning there, and I've said to you, it wouldn't by its very nature. I don't trust that a black hole is what they say it is. A black hole could actually be...
I don't think they know.
A portal to a different dimension.
No, now you're being a fucking idiot.
No,
I don't think anyone has any right to even say anything, because
how do you know?
Nobody knows what it is.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So nobody's got the fucking right to say it's this or that. So you know how
they have all these theories, theory of relativity is fair because it's been proven.
Yeah, that's not.
But
not a theory
the
anymore.
Theory of natural selection and evolution and all of those are theories which I don't subscribe to because the missing link has never been found.
Well, however,
so
listen,
I don't buy into any of that. So my theory is I choose to have a theory that we are one species in a level of dimensions.
So right, look, this is my thing, right? This is my thing with the whole evolution. So, are you in agreement that dinosaurs ruled the earth before anything else?
They walked the earth?
Before anything else?
No, not necessarily.
You think they did that coexisting with everything else?
Because there's been cave paintings that they've dated as 10,000 years old, if you trust what's said. But I do tend to trust that it's been said because it's not in the approved archaeology books.
But there was nothing.
Like thousands of years ago.
But there's nothing ever else that's been found that's been dated old enough.
How do you know? But the cave paintings show men or humanoids walking with dinosaurs.
But
we know that mammoths were alive at the time as humans.
We found like bones, skeletons of old dinosaurs, and we've found skeletons of old hippos and all sorts of creatures. Yeah, and there's nothing that we've found that's older than a dinosaur bone in terms of
humans,
in terms of
humanoids.
Like the mammals that have lived on the earth. Yeah. So if you just think about it like that,
how do you know? Because I know that.
Well, I don't personally know, but I'm trusting that the scientific...
giants have been found, and it's been hidden and hushed up.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what we think it is. So listen, I've seen that as well.
Why would they prescribe to? Because they would have to change common.
I've seen that as well.
Modern archaeology.
No, I've seen. Listen, hear us out. I've seen that as well. I've seen the multiple different humanoid forms of bones that have been found, right?
They found them in Bosnia, they found them in Italy.
Yeah, but look at the likes of that dude, the two dudes that play for the NBA, Yao Ming being one of them. I know he doesn't play anymore, but like think about that. You got a Russian dude who plays in the NBA right now.
7 foot.
He's over 7 foot.
Yeah.
Yao Ming, who's of Chinese heritage, complete different country, who's also that. It's a genetic defect.
No, it's not. These are all giants.
Yeah, but how do you not know that? It
wasn't just somebody that had gigantism, condition gigantism. It's like the Hobbit people in Indonesia. There was a race of hobbitses.
No, man, they would have just been like people with dwarfism.
No, they were hobbitses.
Fucking no, they weren't fucking hobbitses.
They were hobbitses.
They weren't, man. They weren't.
Hobbitses.
They would have been.
They were hobbitses, I'm telling you.
No, they weren't.
They were. Look it up. They were hobbitses.
They fucking weren't.
They
fucking
weren't.
weren't.
They lived in little hobbits' houses.
You have gone on far too many conspiracy pathways. Go on and get your fucking Google up because you're full of shit. They weren't. That's a different species.
Shut up, man.
That's a different species.
Oh, so you subscribe to the theory of evolution then, do you?
What do you mean? I think it's got some merit. I don't believe it
How
all
has
of
it
it.
got some merit?
How does it not?
So we all came from single-cell organisms.
No, I said it. Listen, I didn't believe. I said I don't believe in all of it. I'm just saying.
Flores, man.
Yeah.
Homo florensis, or hobbitses, is an extinct species of small archaic human. There you go.
Yes.
There you
right,
go.
Hold on. What did you say?
Up your arse.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you not know that there wasn't some sort of like
genetic defect in the whole whole village, in the whole area, that whole area?
Listen, they could have all been fucking incest. You've seen some of the redneck tribes in fucking America. They all come out looking fucking big and fucking fugly.
But the Indonesian I'm
These
sure
like remote small villages and all that kind of thing. You don't know what they've been doing.
So the island, so this is what they were saying, is it's not in the like remote, the distant past. It's very recent that they believe the hobbitses were still people.
Well, look, all I'm saying is they aren't Homo sapien. We're Homo sapien, aren't we?
Yeah.
They're not Homo sapien, are they? That means they're a different species.
Yeah, Homo floresiensis.
Right, well, there you go then. So you can't
Listen,
pin them the same.
I don't subscribe to.
If them motherfuckers were running around when the dinosaurs were about, right? They don't count as us.
I don't know how fast they'd run because they've only got little legs.
Well, that doesn't count. They're not even us. They're a different.
Us. So it's an us and them scenario. You should know better than that.
Well, it's a different species. You're not gonna go fucking lumping yourself in the same category as a chimpanzee, are you? It's a different species.
Oh, you took it there. That is racist.
What, to call a white woman a chimpanzee?
No, to call a hobbits a chimpanzee.
No, I didn't say that. I says you wouldn't lump yourself in the same category as a chimpanzee. It's a different species. Same as them fucking florist people.
Homo floresiensis.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see what Trump did?
Well, he's done a lot.
He shared a photo
Oh,
of the Obamas as apes.
Oh, yes, I see
That is a step. The White House have taken it down.
Yeah, he's nuts, man. Guy's nuts.
I'm telling you, he is fueled.
Guy's nuts. The thing is,
absolutely fueled.
He's going to cause some shite before we get rid of him.
Oh, and I've got another thing as well. It was a gift. I've still got a letter from Reform asking them to vote, addressed to him, asking him to vote.
Did he vote?
I was dying. I was absolutely dying.
Bet he's loving that. But yeah.
So I had a little bit of a situation. I had to go to town to do something for work. And I parked at the top of the town and went, because I didn't really know where the place was, and I had to go all the way down the bottom of town. Does everything that I've got to do, and then gets in my chair to come back up, and I've got no battery. I get to the bottom of Northumberland Street, and I'm thinking,
I love how we find ourselves in this position again. Like we've never been here before.
I know. But I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention. I need to be better. I think, to be fair, I need a new wheelchair because I can't get a new battery for that one, because it's a funny shaped battery and the battery's just not lasting long enough. So I think I need a new one. However, I get to the bottom of Northumberland Street and there's this young guy. So, and my wheelchair stops dead right in front of him as he's busking, right? And he didn't have any music or anything. He was just singing his heart out, and God love him, he was trying really, really hard, but it was cold, it was peeing down a rain, and I felt his pain.
He's not
My
picked the right
wheelchair
day to fucking
stopped.
bust, like, has he? Who's
And he
stopping to
starts
stand in
singing
the rain to listen
Lewis
to him?
Capaldi, Hold Me While You Wait. And at that point I'm sitting thinking, I'm not waiting and I'm not holding you. I want no part of it. I'm thinking in my wheelchair and going another couple of metres, then phone it goes off again and thinking it back on again.
Jesus Christ,
I
you must have
just-
looked like a right fucking clown.
Always.
I know, but
Always.
why do you put yourself in these positions? I can't understand it. You're like Nicole.
How do,
She fucking does it as well.
how do I not? I had to do 2 shop visits.
I know, but it's still.
So by
don't-
the end of the second visit, my wheelchair was
Well,
dying.
You need to be more better, plan better, be more efficient. There's something fucking going on.
I could have done them on different days, but I was on holiday. I was away in London.
It's just not well. Nicole's the same. Like, she had to go somewhere yesterday, and I needed it. So I tried to call her. Phone's ringing, and I hear it ringing somewhere downstairs. I'm like,
Oh, she forgot her phone.
no, she didn't forget her phone. She deliberately left her phone in the house on charge. And I was like, what sort of fucking moron are you? Honestly, anything could happen to you. And you don't have your phone. You just want to leave it in
Listen,
the house.
in my day, we never carried
I don't give a
phones.
shit. I don't give a shit. This is fucking 2026, man. Like, you take your fucking phone with you. You get abducted by fucking Jeffrey Dahmer's cousin. And fucking, who's gonna know? Nobody. Because you haven't got your fucking phone. Oh, God forbid I need to call you to ask you to grab something while you're there. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to now go and make 1 trip 2 because you didn't have your fucking phone. Oh, but conveniently when I'm out and about, who has their phone? This fucking mug.
Well, maybe you should just leave your phone at home.
Yeah, maybe I should. Just fucking smash it.
Oh, God help us.
Right, anyway, on that note, let's call it a fucking day.
And just see what gift the week ahead is going to be.
Well, hopefully not.
Remember, guys, if you've enjoyed the pod, leave us a review, hit some stars and leave us a written review. That's really important as well. We really appreciate your support.
Right, as always, I have been half-baked.
And I'm always half broken. Bye.
Baked, half broken, nothing serious, we're only joking. Half wired and not quite coping. Life's a laugh, no words unspoken.